Sure bafethu King Leola bafethu nizongixolela namhlanje ngizoba mude, ngizoba mude nyana because lento engifuna ukuyisho ithe ukuba tricky. It's not for everyone. It's for that 1% that considered itself to be just above intelligence. Yazi bafethu ukuba yindoda, something that is very very important, and i-character yakho nokuziphatha kwakho determines the type of man you are. Yesterday I went to a live where they were talking about African unity. Now I didn't want to become part of the panelists, but I was in the comments and I was actually saying to them, African unity at this point in time is not going to happen. And I said to them, you must fix your attitudes and you must fix your characters first before we can even start speaking about African unity. And these are my simple reasons. You see, Tina, as South African men, we are highly gifted in terms of the ability to can be able to think, in terms of the ability to can be able to be patient and strategize, which is something that most men from other countries lack. One of the most important ability that we have as South African men is the ability to can be able to solve our problems, which is something that I see that your Nigerian men, Somalian men, Ethiopian men, Zimbabwean men do not have this ability. Because if they did, they wouldn't be going all over the world running away from their own problems. Because let's just be honest, a man who runs away from his own problems is a stupid man and he's a coward. So just imagine the Somalis, they come here, they are saying they are from a war-torn area. They ask us as South African men to give them a place to hide because they are scared of losing their lives. And the next thing, they go around killing our own brothers. They go around poisoning our sisters' kids and sleeping around with our sisters. And we as South African men are supposed to be okay with that. Nigerian men, they say they are looking for greener pastures here. Now, you want to tell me that South Africa is the only country in Africa that has what you need. So the bottom line is you are running away from poverty because you lack the ability to can solve your own problems, and you come here, you are becoming a problem to us South African men. You want to become part of the problems that we have as a country. We know what is our problem as a country. We know and we understand South African politics, but you don't, what can I say? You lack the ability to can solve your own problems and you run away because you are scared of hunger as a Nigerian man, and you call that intelligence. No, you're a weak man. You run away from war, you come here, you carry guns, you kill people, and you call that bravery. But you ran away from the war in your own country. Currently, as it stands, there are 3 women that have you by your balls. 3 women in South Africa that have you by your balls. Sandile from Tudula, Jessica from March and March, Victoria from PA. They have you by your balls. You go around all the healthcare clinics, it's women fighting you. You haven't really came face to face with a South African man. If you still remember the first xenophobic attack, that was a South African man fighting against you, and we showed you flames. Remember what he did in Alex? So I don't think you foreign men are ready for a fight with a South African man. Honestly, I don't think you are. Because if you were, you would know. You are now fighting with women, and those women are showing you flames. But anyway, that's not the reason why I'm making this video. I just want to show you that a sign of running away from your countries because you are saying you are looking for better opportunities elsewhere. It shows the lack of the ability to solve your own problem as a man, and that shows that you are a weak man. Me, now, as a South African man, I'm not going anywhere. I will die here. I will fight here, because as a man, my God-given right is to provide and protect my family. So if I'm not willing to die for my kids, my wife, and for my land, then why am I living? Why am I living? I might as well commit suicide and die. And this is the behavior that you find here in South Africa. South African men, if they don't have a solution to a problem, they take a gun, they kill themselves because they are useless. Now that's a sign of bravery. That's why I believe that a man who started this whole thing of a samurai was actually a South African man. So I'm saying this because I see you like saying that South African men are stupid. No, they are not stupid, because they have the ability to solve their own problems, and they don't run away from their own problems. You know, the thing is, in conclusion, what I've realized is that most African men, apart from us South African men, because we South African men are a bunch of winners surrounded by a bunch of losers. That's what we are, South African men. Most African men come here and want to gaslight us into thinking that what we are doing is wrong. How is it that as a man who's highly intelligent will get an advice from a loser? I'm a winner. Why would I be advised by a loser? Why would I be advised by a coward? We don't have a history of running away from our own problems. Even during the times Zaboshaga, Mshweshwe, Skukuni, Mashide, we don't have a history of running away. We don't. So, yeah, in conclusion, Nigerian men, you are just like South African women. You talk too much and you are scared of hunger. That's why it's even a waste of time talking to you guys. Zimbabwean men, same. Ethiopian men, same. Somalian men, same. You are loudmouth and you are afraid of hunger. You are just like South African women. You are intoxicated by nyash, something that we are used to. But to you, it's this one big thing, it's in your head, But anyway, it is what it is, man. A coward man is a coward man, and a coward will always be a coward. But me, as King Leo, if the war does come in South Africa, I'm going to die here. I'll fight for my kids. I'll fight for my country, for my land, and die here. I'm not going anywhere. Peace be upon you all. Really.